Hi, so welcome back. So today's flow, I'm going to be guiding you through a power vinyasa flow that's quite dynamic and working up a little bit of sweat. This is for all levels, so there will be times when we can reduce the intensity and times when we can increase the intensity. So just really working with yourself and your body there and taking the option that feels right for you. As always, welcome to take rest in child's pose whenever you need to in this practice. So, as well as it being quite a powerful flow, I really want us to think today in the practice about finding that balance between our effort and ease. So, quite often when we come into a stronger power flow, we can engage in so many muscles that we don't actually need to be engaging in the pose, and we really don't want to create too much stress in the body. Finding that effort and strength in areas that you need, and maybe see if you can soften and find that ease where you can stay in your flow. So you may need a block. If you usually practice with a block, then take that. Otherwise, just getting yourself ready and I'll meet you on the mat. Okay, so starting today with it being a power flow in everybody's favorite toe stance. So again, you can always modify this if you need to. So tucking the toes under, the feet should be about hips distance apart. Just making sure we get the little pinky toes involved as well here. And just coming to find opening of the class from this pose today. So if you want to intensify it, leaning more weight back into the heels. And if you want to take any ease, then you can come out of it whenever you need to, or leaning the weight forward, placing the hands down. So when you are ready and you are settled, gently starting to close down the eyes here. Maybe taking a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it all out through the mouth. Nice. Just allowing yourself to ground down here and allowing yourself to be present. So see how it feels for you to come into your practice from this place today. Where is your focus? See if you can bring it to that calm, soft nature of the breath. Again, coming in to notice in the stronger pose, where can we find those elements of ease? So can we soften into the palms? Can we soften the breath? Maybe releasing the jaw a little here. Relaxing the forehead, the eyebrows, the space in between the eyebrows. See if you can let go of any of these areas of tension. We'll only be here for a couple more breaths. Maybe you can even start to deepen the breath here. Inhaling, feeling the belly inflate like a balloon. The ribs expand, the chest opens. As you exhale, the chest lowers, the ribs contract, the belly deflates. Take one more breath here. Nice. And then gently blink and open the eyes. Start to softly move your weight forward now, planting your hands down and tapping the tops of the feet down. Releasing through the top of those feet, really nice. And then coming back to sit on your heels. So just taking a moment to find that space, settle down. And then we're going to start to work our arms here. So taking the arms out shoulder height in a T position, and then gently start to circle the arms forward here. So starting with these small circles, seeing if you can feel grounded down through the pelvis and feel that slight drawing in of the upper ribs so we're not flaring the ribs here. Nice. And then start to make the circles a little bigger here. Maybe you can start to deepen the breath here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Bringing in your ujjayi breath if you have that in your practice. That inhale and exhale through the nose, equal breath, slight restriction of the throat. Nice. And then reverse it, starting with those small circles. And again, can you find any areas where you can soften down here? So the face, maybe even the shoulders. Really nice. And then start to make those circles bigger. Again, keeping that core, that center strong. Feeling that nice spiciness in the arms. One more breath. Nice. Release it off. Shake it off here. And then starting to move our way into our all fours position, our tabletop position. So grounding down through the fingertips. Shoulders are over the wrist, hips are over the knees. Finding a solid foundation here. Gripping through the fingertips here. Protracting through the shoulders, pushing shoulder blades to the sky. Let's just start to take a little bit of mobilization through the wrists. So gently start to circle the shoulders over the wrists here. So this can be as small or as active as you like. As you do this, notice how that core engaged as you lean forward. So finding that whole body connection, and then reverse the direction. Keeping that slow and steady breath. Nice. Options to stay with this, or maybe turning fingertips out to either side and just starting to shift the weight into either shoulder. Option to bend into the elbow for that little deeper wrist stretch. And then options to turn fingertips all the way around to face you. So this might be enough. You might want to sit back and just take opposite hands, just using the force of the fingertips. Or maybe you want to stay grounded here and start to gently lean the body weight back. And maybe taking some gentle pulses, but not causing any pain. Just feeling that nice deep stretch through the forearms, through the wrists. Wherever you are, coming back to your tabletop position, and maybe turning one hand or maybe turning both palms over, spreading wide through the fingertips to really open the backs of the wrists here. Take it all the way back to center and taking a couple rounds of your cat-cow. So as you inhale, allow the pelvis to tilt up, the belly lowers, chest reaches through, gaze up to the sky. As you exhale, tuck that pelvis, push away through your upper shoulders, gaze towards your belly. We take a couple rounds of this movement, just breathing into this space, just using this time to really come to the place where you want to move from today. Noticing your energy, your focus. And come all the way back to your tabletop position. From here, keeping grounded, drawing everything through to center, navel through to spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Draw that left knee up towards the left elbow, and then start to circle that left hip around. Take 10, going back the way. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse the direction, taking 10 forward. Keep protracting through those shoulders for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Keep it up. Don't let it lower. And we'll pulse, engage those glutes for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Extend that left leg out long in line with your hip. And then take the right hand beside you here in line with the right hip. Open that left hand up to the sky. So our turn to face you. We're in our supported side plank here. Finding that nice stretch all the way from the edge of that left foot towards the tips of the left fingertips. Now, options from here, starting to engage our core. You can either take your left hand behind your head, inhale, open through the chest, and as you exhale, slight bend in this right elbow and draw that left elbow down, taking these side crunches. Or if you want to add a little bit more spice, we'll ground down through right hand, ground down through left foot, and lift that right knee off the mat. Inhale, and then take that left elbow to the right knee. So wherever you are, taking your 5 crunches, inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift up, and we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover if you can. Maybe you can even extend that right leg out in front of you, flexing through the right foot. Nice, and lower that right knee down, amazing. Sweep that left arm up and overhead and open through that upper chest, so like a modified wild thing. In the head if you want to, opening through the throat. And take it all the way back. Plant the left hand, plant the right, draw the left knee in, come back to your tabletop position, amazing. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow just to mobilize through that spine, catch your breath. Doing anything that you need to do here. Maybe you want to shake out the wrists if that felt a little bit intense for you. Okay, coming back to our tabletop position, you know what to do. So from our tabletop, drawing everything into center line, ground down through hands, through the left leg, and draw that right knee to right elbow. And circling that right hip back for 10 counts. 8, 7, squeeze it in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, right knee and right hip. Flex the foot if you need and pulse for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Engage the glute. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Extend that right leg out. This time, left hand comes towards the left knee. And inhale that right arm up and overhead. So modified side plank, other side. Again, using this time to open through the body, maybe even circling through those wrists if you need to. Nice. So coming into those crunches, so knowing your options, we'll take our 5 crunch, whichever option you wish. Take an inhale, prepare. Find your root here. As you exhale, drawing that elbow to the knee. For 4, squeeze it in. Engage the glutes, engage the core. 2, 1. Option to lower, option to lift, and that left leg. Hold it up here. 1 more breath. Nice. Releasing that left leg if you took it up. Sweep the right arm up and overhead. Open the upper back into your modified wild thing. Open through the throat if you wish. Breathing into this body. Nice. Sweep it all the way back. Come back into your tabletop position. And just take a moment, sit back on the heels and just give your wrists a nice little shake out here. Interlacing the hands, rolling the wrist one way and then the other. And then just shaking off any tension that you need to. Nice. Again, option to rest whenever you feel like you need to here. Otherwise, coming back to your tabletop, take your hands about another palm's distance in front of you. Really ground down, feel like you're clawing the mat here. Wrap triceps around and in. Feel like you're squeezing your armpits together. Under the toes, lift the knees, send the sit bones high. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And just taking a moment here to really ground down through your hands, through your feet, and taking anything you need. So pedaling out through the legs, Shaking the head yes and no just to release any tension. Maybe even taking a deep sigh out through the mouth. And from your downward facing dog, taking your gaze just in front of your hands, we'll walk our hands back another palm distance here. So options to just continue to walk your hands all the way back to your feet, or options to have a little play with this variation. So in your shorter down dog stance, we inhale, prepare, come onto the tiptoes if you want, and exhale, shift those hands all the way to the back of the mat. And then come into your forward fold. Don't worry if you need to take that a couple of times or you need to take a few back. And just see how it feels. Enjoy the play. And then maybe holding on to opposite elbows, gently swaying from side to side, ragdoll pose. Again, finding that effort in the legs, the hamstrings, the glutes. And that ease in the upper back, the shoulders, the head, the face. Nice. Releasing the hands down towards the mat. Keeping a generous bend in the knees. Start to heel toe the feet out to either side of the mat. Toes point out, heels point in. And then lower all the way down into your malasana, your yogic squat. So options to take the block and use the block here to sit on this to build some muscle memory here. So if you need to take that, please do. Otherwise, grounding through outer edges of the feet, lifting through the chest, open through those hips. And I like to just take a little rocking motion from side to side, completely up to you whether you want to take movement or stillness. Connecting back to that breath. Okay, so options again to either stay in your malasana, then come through a downward dog and walk your feet to the top of the mat. Or if you want to come to the top of the mat a different way, then planting your hands down. And we're going to take a couple of frog hops towards the top of the mat. So ground down through the hands, lift the chest forward, push away through the shoulders, and just gently edge those feet so it can be the smallest hop. Maybe you want it to be a little higher, completely up to you. So we'll take about 5 until we reach the top of our mat, coming into malasana at the top. And then planting the hands down, heel toe the feet back to hip distance. Generous bend in the knees as you fold forward here. Inhale to rise all the way up, chin to chest, rolling the body all the way up to standing. And then exhale, roll shoulder blades down the back. Nice. And taking your hands to heart center, close down the eyes and just take a moment here to ground yourself. To connect to your breathing, your ujjayi breath. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighs out through the mouth. Nice. And gently blinking open the eyes. So coming into a variation of sun salutation C, and then we'll build it on from there. The feet together or feet hips distance apart. Send the sit bones back and down. Inhale, the arms reach high, Utkatasana chair pose. Squeeze those thighs together, lift up through the chest, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Bend into the right leg, step that left leg towards the back of the mat. Lower the knee, Anjaneyasana, lay lunge. Interlacing the hands on that right thigh. Lifting up through that chest. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward, and exhale, sink into the lunge. Just taking a couple breaths to find that space here. Taking any little movements that you want to. Nice. Framing the front foot, tuck under the back toe, step it back to plank and lower down through knees, chest and chin. Inhale, ripple forward, low cobra, lifting the chest off the mat. Exhale, tuck under toes, send it back, Ardha Mukha, downward facing dog. Nice, just 2 breaths here. Navel to spine, really pushing away through those shoulders. Then inhale, step that left foot in between the hands, lower the right knee. Interlace the hands on the left thigh, inhale, lift you up. Exhale, drop those hips open through that chest. Option for back toes to be tucked or on the mat. And taking a moment to find that space, that opening. Nice, placing the hands down onto the mat. Tuck under back toes, step to top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, hands reach overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, adding on to this flow. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that left foot to the back of the mat, low lunge Anjaneyasana. This time, inhale, the arms reach high. Take your Kali Mudra. First fingers pointing up to the sky, crossing over through those thumbs. Roll the shoulder blades down, back, open through that chest here. Then from here, tuck under that back toe if you haven't already. And see if we can lift that back knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, coming all the way to your high lunge. Amazing, not an easy transition. So options to take a couple breaths here, or maybe you want to even come onto the ball of that right foot. Maybe even sending that body weight forward and over, overloading that right leg, drawing that right hip back, finding your stability. Lowering the heel if you have it, wherever you are, bend into that front leg and rise all the way up to your warrior 3, flexing through that left foot. Interlace your hands, place them down on the right thigh. Take a little bend in this right knee here, find that stability. Flex the left foot and point it up to the sky. So finding that glute strength. So we'll take 15 pulses from here. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You should feel these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in here, open it back out. Warrior 3. Bend into the front leg, step it back. Plant the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat. Flip that front palm, open it up, reverse that warrior. Open through that side body. Then exhale, windmill the arms, frame that front foot. Step back, take your vinyasa, so knees, chest and chin, or maybe taking that full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. 2 breaths here. Take the gaze in between your hands. Options to walk, step, or take a little hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Hands reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We go again on the other side. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step that right foot back this time. Lower that right knee. Inhale, take Kali Mudra. Open through those shoulders, point those fingertips up to the sky. Finding that stability in your pelvis here. Take a breath. And then powering up for 5 counts all the way into our high lunge. Options to take hands to your hips if you want to find more stability. So taking it up, lift the back knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Again, options to hold here or options to lift the heel, overloading that front foot Maybe taking the arms forward here. Draw everything into center line. So it's like the front foot is drawing backwards, the back foot is drawing forwards. Find the opposing action. And wherever you are, lowering that heel if you've took that option, bend into that left leg and take it all the way up. Warrior three. Amazing. Then interlacing hands, take them onto the left thigh this time, gently bending into that leg to find more stability. Flex through the right foot, bend at the right knee, and we're going back into those glute pulses. So engage that right glute. And we'll go for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Open up warrior three just for a moment. Then pivot that back foot lower with control so it's short edge of the mat. The left arm reaches forward and up. Reverse the warrior. Open through that left side body. Take a moment to catch your breath here. Then inhale, windmill the arms all the way around. Frame that front foot. Step back. And we lower wherever you are all the way onto our bellies. Yes, amazing. So just take a moment, maybe take one ear towards the mat. Notice your heart rate. See if you're breathing with ease here. And then taking your forehead down towards the mat. Take your hands and place the palms of the hands down towards the mat, laid on top of one another. And then place your forehead down on top of this. So taking a variation of Shalabhasana locust pose. So you can have your feet wider or narrower, whichever feels right for you, but grounding down through the tops of those feet. Slight tilt of the pelvis under here. So we inhale, prepare. As you exhale, ground down through the feet, engage through the core, and then lifting up that upper back here. So feeling that upper back work. And then release it down. Nice, we'll take two more of these. Inhale. Exhale to lift. So if you feel any pain in your lower back, then coming down a little bit lower here. So just finding where it feels right for you. And then release it down. One more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift. Maybe you can go a little bit higher. Really roll the shoulder blades down the back. Find that space. And then release it down. Nice. Take the opposite ear down. Just take a moment here to catch your breath. Maybe feel that energy moving around your body. Coming all the way back to center. And keep with that variation if you wish. Otherwise, taking your hands out into a cactus, elbows in line with shoulders. This time, options to lift the hands and maybe lift the feet. So take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, ground down, lifting up through the upper body into your cactus, and then maybe lifting those feet off the mat. Maybe we can hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Take the hands by the shoulders, tuck under the toes, push back through child's pose, and then lift all the way back up. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Find a little mini flow now, and then we start to release and relax down. You got this. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Nice. Round down through the left foot. Inhale, the right leg lifts high. Three-legged dog. And bending that right knee, open that hip out. Right foot comes over to the left. Split hip dog. Taking a moment here to breathe, open through the hip. And then inhale, take it back to center, three-leg dog. Exhale, tap that right knee to your left elbow. Take a little twist. Then inhale to lift up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, and then lower that right knee down. Lifting all the way up through that left hand. We're back in our side plank variation. You know where this is going. So options to take those crunches again, those knee lifts, or options this time to come straight into grounding down through the hand, through the foot, and lifting into hovering fallen triangle. So wherever you are, inhale, prepare, and exhale to take your crunches or hold for 5, 4, 3, engage the belly, 2, 1. If you have your foot hovering, see if you can keep it lifted as you place the left hand down. Pivot all the way onto the knife edge of the left foot and take a Vashisthasana side plank. If you're modifying, option to keep that left leg lowered and extend through the right. So you'll just be switching sides. And holding here, taking any Vashisthasana you want, modified, maybe taken into tree pose legs. And from here, wherever you are, inhale. As you exhale, sweep that upper arm open. So it's like a little bit of a cactus that we've been doing. Flex through that right foot and open into hovering wild thing. Nice, breathe. Keep those glutes engaged to open through that upper body. Options to lower the toes to come into your wild thing expression, or keep it hovered for a little different challenge. One more breath. Nice, and then as slow as you can, step that right foot all the way to the top of the mat, coming onto that right side. Lower the back knee down and inhale that right arm up to the sky, taking a nice easy twist. You can stay here. Option 2, lift the back leg. Definitely staying down here for now. And breathe in here. Windmill the arms, frame that front foot. Take your vinyasa, so knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Nearly there. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing. Taking 2 breaths in your down dog, resetting here. One more side. Can you find that last bit of strength? So ground down through the right foot. Inhale, left leg reaches high. 3-leg dog. Bend the left knee, open the left hip. Split hip dog opener. Stay strong through the shoulders. Inhale, take it back. 3-leg dog. Exhale, tap left knee to right elbow. And then inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Hold in here, lower the left knee down, plant down through that left hand, and we open up into our side plank, left side. Okay, so options coming into your side plank from here, same options apply. So either taking the crunches, lifted crunches, or hovering that leg for 5 breaths. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, ground down to lift you up, maybe flexing that foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the foot lifted if you can, otherwise modifying where you need. Plant the right hand down. Roll onto the knife edge of that right foot. Take your Vashisthasana variations. Breathe in here. And then if modifying, lifting that left arm up and over, take your modified wild thing. Or if you are in your Vashisthasana, taking that hovering wild thing. So cactus through the arms, flex that left foot, open the chest. One more breath. And then as slowly as you can, stepping that left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Lower that right knee down. Inhale, take the left arm all the way up. Easy twist, options to lift that back leg. Inhale here. Exhale, frame that front foot. Step it back. Take one final vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the gaze in between the hands and coming all the way through into seated. Yes, amazing. So coming into our Baddha Konasana, taking the rounded version here, just to let us kind of feel that folding down, starting to calm through the body. So take your feet a little bit further in front of you to create this diamond shape through the legs. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, tuck chin towards the chest and start to round the body forward here. So you don't need to come all the way down to the feet. If it feels uncomfortable on your knees, you might want to prop both of the knees onto a block. And then on each inhale, find that length, find space. And on each exhale, soften a little bit more into the fold. Releasing here. Letting go on each exhale. Coming back to a softer breath. Really embracing that ease now. So finding that strength that we've just cultivated and just allowing it to melt into these places that need that little bit of stretch, that little bit of ease. And then gently using the hands if you need, keeping the chin tucked towards the chest, start to roll the spine all the way up to seated. Nice. And taking your feet out in line with your hips, grounded down on the mat, and tying a little bit more core work just to get us down to the mat. Say lifting and lengthening here. Take your arms out in front of you. Inhale. As you exhale, tilt from the pelvis, start to lower down. So see how slow you can go down towards the mat. Remembering to breathe. See if you can match my pace or even beat it. I'm sure you can. Nice, and then release all the way down. Absolutely amazing. A few little stretches just to ease off here. So flexing through that right foot, cross it over the left. Here might be enough for you, or drawing that left knee in, taking your supine pigeon. Maybe holding underneath the left thigh, or maybe interlacing hands around the left calf. And I invite you to take a little bit of movement here if it feels nice for you. So just some gentle rocks side to side. We've worked really hard today through all areas of the body, especially stabilizing through the core, through the hips. So it's finding that nice release. And releasing the hands, cross that right leg over the left. Take your arms out into a T or cactus in line with shoulders, and just allow those legs to come all the way over to the left side. This feels too intense, just place the right leg on top of the left. It's coming into a variation of supine twist. Maybe taking the gaze or the head over towards the right. Softening into that right shoulder. Feeling that nice stretch through the outside of the right body, the right hip. Take your head back to center and then draw your knees all the way back to center, releasing the bind. And then just take a little rock side to side with the legs, releasing any tension through the back. And planting the right foot down, flex the left foot, cross it over, and take your variation of supine pigeon. So any variation with the hands, finding stillness or taking these gentle little rocks from side to side and just releasing that little bit more through the hips, stretching it all out here. Breathing into this juicy, sweet stretch. Releasing the hands, taking the left foot over the right, arms are in a T, and we cross. Allow those legs to level all the way towards the right hand side, coming into your variation of supine twist. Then taking the gaze over to the opposite direction, just allowing everything to melt down here. Breathing into this space, finding that nice opening through the shoulders, that nice release. Take the head back to center, draw the knees back to center, release the legs. Again, just take a little rock from side to side, maybe taking some circles with the lower back. And then taking anything else you feel like you wish to close your practice. So maybe you want to take a bridge, a happy baby, maybe even want to take an inversion. So please feel welcome to take that. And then when you are ready, or maybe you're ready right now, then just taking your legs to either side of the mat, releasing the feet out long. Take the hands underneath the neck, draw the chin towards the chest, feel that nice space, tuck the shoulders underneath the back and feel that nice sense of space. Allow those arms to just rest down beside you, palms facing up to the sky. And then when you're ready, coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Maybe taking a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it all out, let it go. Knowing that you no longer need to control anything, not even the breath, just allow it to be soft here. Allow this ease to completely sweep over your body like a silk blanket. Letting go of every little bit of tension, every muscle that we've worked. See if you can just now release it down. Let it go. Softening through the toes, the feet, the legs, allowing the hips to be really heavy and rooted here. Softening into that belly, just really let it go, let it be. Softening into the chest, the heart space, that compassion for yourself. Soften through the upper arms, lower arms. Maybe feeling that tingling, pulsing sensation in your palm. Releasing the glutes, allow them to be heavy. Allow the spine to just be completely melted down onto the mat. Shoulder blades are relaxed and grounded here. The jaw is soft. Releasing tension through your ears, the temples, really softening that space in between your eyebrows and softening all the way to the crown of the head. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need, especially because we've worked so hard today. And I'm going to leave you here to enjoy this piece and embrace this ease. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.